Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to receive President Kent Fox, Dean Cami Abernathy, and the Dean's Platform Party. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, which will be led by Laura Friedenberg, a mechanical engineering major. The words of the national anthem will be displayed on the back of your program. We encourage you to participate in the singing.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight and o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Please be seated.
Honored graduates, your families and friends, our many distinguished guests, members of the staff, faculty, and administration, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spring 2015 Commencement for Gator Engineering, recognizing graduates from the Departments of Agricultural and Biological Engineering, Computer and Information Science and Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Industrial and Systems Engineering. This is an event of special significance to us in Gator Engineering as we take the time to recognize and celebrate the academic and personal achievements of our graduating bachelor's degree students and distinguished alumni. For our graduates, today marks the culmination of many years of dedicated work and tireless passion and creativity both inside and outside of the classroom. As we begin, I would like to extend a special welcome to our distinguished platform guests and to others who have joined us for this occasion. I ask our guests to please stand when I call their names. First, I am honored to recognize Dr. Kent Fox, the 12th President of the University of Florida. I am also honored to welcome Dr. James Allchin, whom we are recognizing as a UF Distinguished Alumnus this morning. Please give a warm welcome to the other distinguished guests on the platform this morning, whom I ask to stand as I call your name. I ask members of our audience to hold your applause until after I have introduced them all. Ms. Suzanne Norris, President of the UF Alumni Association, Mr. Steve Pritz, University of Florida Registrar, Mr. Rick Bryant, Associate Director of Admissions in the UF Office of Admissions, and father of Wes Bryant, who is one of our ISC graduates today. Mr. Eric Sander, Director, and Mr. David Whitney, Assistant Director of the College of Engineering Innovation Institute. And finally, Dr. Keith Stanfield, Director of the College of Engineering Integrated Product and Process Design Program. Thank you all for your participation in our ceremony today. Next, let me recognize the Associate Deans, Directors, Chairs, and Heads of the various offices and departments in the college who are participating in this ceremony. Please stand when I call your name. I ask the audience again to withhold your applause until I have recognized everyone. First, Dr. Wes Volch, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Dr. Angela Lindner, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Student Affairs. Dr. Dorota Hammond, Chair of the Department of Agricultural and Biological Engineering. Dr. Paul Gator, Chair of the Department of Computer and Information Science and Engineering, Dr. John Harris, Chair of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Dr. Yongpei Guan, Interim Chair of the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering. I thank you all for your service to our students and to the university. It is the faculty, of course, who have helped to make this occasion possible for the graduates. They have exhibited great devotion and leadership throughout our students' time here at UF. Their responsibilities require some of the greatest skills and dedication of any profession. I am very pleased to recognize our faculty at this time, and I thank them for their many contributions to the students, the college, the university, and the state of Florida. Will all College of Engineering faculty please stand? In addition, I would like to recognize a very special group of faculty, staff, and students. They are those who serve as members of the Commencement Planning Committee and those who serve as marshals, undergraduate faculty coordinators, staff support, and engineering ambassador student hosts for this commencement. I ask them to stand so that we can express our appreciation for their dedication and service to the college. As we proceed with our ceremony, I ask our graduates and their family and friends to enjoy this time of celebration in our Gator Engineering community, but please do so with respect for the solemnity of this occasion and out of respect for our guest speakers. We are greatly honored to have our new president of the University of Florida, Dr. Kent Fox, participating in the ceremony today. He began his leadership of UF on January 2nd of this year, coming to us from Cornell University. As a computer engineer, we are proud to call him as one of our own. We are delighted that he is now willing to share remarks with our graduates and guests to begin our celebration today. I now invite President Fox to come forward.
Thank you, Dean Abernathy. It is an honor and a pleasure for me to be here this morning as the University of Florida College of Engineering confers degrees, honors its amazing students, and recognizes its accomplished faculty. This occasion for me is very special. As a computer engineer, it's my home college, and having spent one semester as president, I'm addressing my first graduating class of this remarkable university. Together, we will always remember the class of 2015. Graduates, you have met the rigorous requirements of one of the finest engineering colleges in the country. This is a special day, and I offer my encouraging words and also my congratulations to each one of you. And as a father of 4 children who have commenced from their own colleges, I know how important this day is for families. I congratulate and thank the parents, the family members, and friends that are present today for your support, for your devotion to these graduates. And I feel your joy, and I feel your relief. Finally, I want to join Dean Abernathy in acknowledging the College of Engineering's leaders, faculty, and staff who've had such a hand in the success of these students. We join today's graduates in thanking each one of you for your contributions, for the incredible education, and for mentoring these students. Graduates, we call this day Commencement because today is not an end, but rather a beginning. And I am confident that your Gator Engineering degree gives you the ideal background, not only for successful progress in your career, but also to make a difference in your communities, your country, and indeed the globe. I earned my own bachelor's degree in electrical and computer engineering nearly 40 years ago, and I can't tell you how well my engineering background has served me on my path. It taught me the critical skill of logically and systematically solving seemingly impossible complex problems. My engineering education steeped me in the spirit and the practice of innovation, design, and creativity. And finally, it taught me how to work collaboratively. What I learned as an engineering student has been essential to the various phases of my own career. Your Gator engineering experience is very special because it not only emphasized the engineering skills and knowledge that I learned, but it also taught you the broader talents of being a new engineer. These include excellence in communication, compassion for others, high ethical standards, and a deep sense of responsibility for improving the quality of life in the world. And as you have learned, all of that will serve you well in an increasingly multicultural and global professional landscape. We have enjoyed having you all here as students, but to be honest, we're also glad that you're leaving. We are glad that you're graduating because the world needs you. It needs your knowledge, it needs your abilities, your passion, and particularly your values. I urge you to remain connected with your alma mater and with your college, and I wish you the very best. Go Gators, go Gator Engineers.
Thank you, President Fox, for sharing with us your wisdom today and your willingness to lead us into the future. Every university must have the active support of devoted alumni. To be most effective, these alumni must be gathered together in an organization dedicated to serving the goals and objectives of the university, and they must be willing to give an inordinate amount of their time and talents to serving the university and its faculty, staff, and students. We are fortunate to have this effective and selfless support from our Gator Engineering alumni. I now invite Ms. Suzanne Norris, President of the University of Florida Alumni Association, to welcome our newest University of Florida alumni. Suzanne?
Thank you, Dean Abernathy, and thank you, Dr. Fox. It's an honor to be here today as the president of your Alumni Association. The UF Alumni Association, thanks to the support of nearly 60,000 members, serves a Gator Nation more than 400,000 alumni strong. And on their behalf, congratulations. Today is an exciting day, but as you celebrate this milestone, remember that it is not a final destination. It is the next step in your Gator journey. And wherever that journey takes you, the Alumni Association is here to keep you connected to UF and to your alumni family. Today is about your future and our future as the University of Florida. This is an exciting time for UF. We have a new president, Kent Fox, who will lead our university into a new era. Under his direction, we fully expect to be recognized as a top public university in the nation. And no matter where you're headed next, that is a good thing. In fact, you still play an important role in making us a top university. Gators show their UF pride in many ways. Today's ceremony is a perfect example. But the best way to show your pride also moves us closer to being a top-ranked public university, and that's your UF Alumni Association membership. As our alumni family grows, it becomes even more important for all Gators like you to show their UF pride through membership. For all of you who are already members, thank you. And if you're not a member yet, I encourage you to join today. No matter where you're headed next, the Gator Nation will be there for you. And thanks to nearly 100 Gator clubs and affiliate groups, your Alumni Association will be there for you as well. Our university is headed in an exciting direction. I encourage all of you to stay involved as we make it even greater to be a Florida Gator. Thank you, and go Gators!
Thank you, Suzanne. We express our sincere appreciation to the Alumni Association's support of our current and former students. I now call upon Dr. Angela Linder, Associate Dean for Engineering Undergraduate Student Affairs, to present the student recipient of one of our special College of Engineering awards.
Dean Abernathy, it is my pleasure to present to you and the audience a student who has distinguished himself by his excellence and has thus been recognized by the College of Engineering. Will Rainer Ledesma please come forward? Rainer has been selected as this year's recipient of the Outstanding Gator Engineering 2-Year Scholar Award. This award recognizes a student who transferred to UF starting in his or her junior year and who has displayed an overall scholarly excellence in the 2 years he or she has been part of our community. Rainer is graduating with a degree in computer science engineering with a minor in mathematics. He transferred to UF after receiving an associate's degree from Miami-Dade College, where he was already active in extracurricular work, including service work that fostered sympathetic understanding of other values and cultures. At UF, he has volunteered with both the University Minority Mentor Program and the Gator Launch Mentoring Program. Rainer served as a research assistant for Dr. Alan George in the Center for High Performance Reconfigurable Computing. He interned at local business incubator Gator Lab and Starter Space and at Chrysler LLC Group in its information technology management area. Rainer moved from Cuba to the United States in 2008. He attributes his gifts of accepting different lifestyles, lines of thought, and approaches to life's many circumstances to his rich multicultural background and to what he calls the unforgettable affection of his Cuban family. He looks forward to the personal joy of seeing the result of his efforts someday, serving for the well-being of a better yet more human society. Thank you, Rainer, and congratulations.
Thank you, Angela. Will Rainer's family please stand so that we can recognize them as well? Thank you. I now ask Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the College of Engineering, Dr. Wes Bolch, to come forward to recognize our 2015 Faculty and Staff Award recipients.
I am now pleased to introduce to you our 2014-2015 College of Engineering Faculty Award recipients present in this ceremony today, who have been selected by a committee composed of a diverse group of faculty in the college and then further considered for a university-wide award in their selected categories. I ask Dr. Jose Principe, Distinguished Professor of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, to please come forward. Dr. Principe was selected as this year's Teacher Scholar of the Year, not only for the College of Engineering, but also for the entire University of Florida. This is the most prestigious faculty award given by the university. Dr. Principe is a distinguished professor of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. He holds degrees in electrical engineering. His bachelor's degree is from the University of Porto in Portugal, his master's and PhD from the University of Florida. He is a world leader in many aspects of adaptive systems theory, including neuromorphic systems, brain-machine interfaces, and information theoretic learning. He is the founder and director of the Computational Neuroengineering Laboratory at the University of Florida and serves to synergistically focus his research on biological information processing models. He has received no less than 3 honorary PhD degrees, one from Aalto University in Helsinki, Finland in 2010, from the Federal University of Maranhão in Brazil in 2008, from the Università Mediterranea in Italy in 2005. Among his many awards, he has also received the 2011 IEEE Neural Network Pioneer Award, the 2007 Career Achievement Award from IEEE Engineering and Medicine and Biology Society, and the 2006 Gaber Award from the International Neural Network Society. Dr. Principe is a fellow of IEEE, of the American Institute for Medical and Biological Engineering, and also a fellow from the International Academy of Medical and Biological Engineering. He has more than 700 publications, holds 20 patents, and has served as a supervisory committee chair for 83 PhD students and 65 master's students. Congratulations, Jose. I now ask Dr. Gregory Stitt, Associate Professor of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, to please come forward. Dr. Stitt was awarded the College of Engineering Teacher of the Year recognition and is also affiliated with the NSF Center for High Performance Reconfigurable Computing. In 2007, Dr. Stitt received his PhD in computer science from the University of California, Riverside, where he also earned a bachelor's degree of science in computer science. His research interests include reconfigurable computing, embedded systems, design automation, and computer architecture. He is the recipient of the NSF Career Award, the Pramod P. Kangankar Junior Faculty Award for Excellence in the College of Engineering, and the IEEE Professor of the Year Award. He holds 1 patent in warp processing and has submitted a 2nd patent on elastic computing. Stitt teaches classes in digital design and reconfigurable computing and has an active undergraduate research program from which he has recruited many UF students to pursue graduate degrees. Former students describe his influence on their learning and careers in this way. I quote, "He encourages inquisitive minds and actively participates in the classroom. He throws himself into extracurricular activities that brings out the most of his students. He was one of the instructors who recognized that I could become a talented researcher and that not only showed me the path, but also mentored me to success. I could easily tell how much work and effort he puts into his classes and into giving his students every opportunity to learn about a topic that he is passionate in." And finally, a student quoted is saying, "I know for a fact that I would not be where I am today without his influence." Thank you for your dedication to the undergraduate students, and congratulations, Greg. Thank you. I now call forward Robin Snyder, recipient of the College of Engineering Professional Advisor Award. Robin Snyder has been recognized this year for her excellence in advising. Robin has been an academic advisor to the Department of Agricultural and Biological Engineering since 2009. She advises undergraduate and graduate students in programs that span both the College of Engineering and the College of Agricultural and Life Sciences. A Gator alum, Robin graduated from the University of Florida with a Bachelor of Science degree in Broadcasting in 1978. She worked in television production for 21 years and then changed to communication role, first with the Alachua County School Board and later with the ABE department. Robin later transitioned to the role of academic advisor, but still performs many of the functions the department as department communications coordinator. including serving as the current webmaster for the department. She is an active member of the undergraduate and graduate advising councils for the College of Engineering. She served on the organizing committee to establish an undergraduate advising council for the College of Agricultural and Life Sciences and served as the first chair of this group. Robin is a member of the National Academy of Advising Associates. Thank you, Robin, for your care of our students.
We will now recognize a highly accomplished alumnus of the UF College of Engineering, Dr. James Allchin, who has been recognized with the honor of the UF Distinguished Alumnus Award this year for excellence in his chosen field and outstanding service to the university. I call upon Dr. Paul Gator, Chair of the Department of Computer and Information Science and Engineering, to introduce Dr. Allchin. We have asked Dr. Allchin to provide a brief message to our graduates after his introduction. Paul?
Dr. James Allchin has embodied the attributes of the new engineer since the 1970s. He is a leader. His path began as a youth living in the Florida orange groves and brought him to a peak as a senior leadership at Microsoft, working with Bill Gates and others. His responsibilities included software that almost everyone on the planet knows about, the Windows operating system. He's technically excellent and creative. He's a prolific programmer. He has written operating systems, compilers, file systems, network software, and many others. Like many students these days, he worked in a startup after receiving his Bachelor of Science here in Computer and Information Science at UF in 1973, which was the first graduating class in that area. He completed his education by earning an MS degree from Stanford University in 1980 and a PhD from Georgia Tech in 83. He then became one of the first employees at another startup called Banyan Systems that became very successful. And he was responsible for developing Banyan's innovative distributive operating system, which was called Vines. And Vines could then manage networks of computers. So after that, he then brought his vision of future operating systems to Microsoft. He operates with integrity. He demonstrated commitment to the customers during difficult times at Microsoft. He also gracefully retired from Microsoft, allowing the company to have a smooth transition to a new leadership. He engages in global service, supporting education in Africa and the U.S., marine environments in Indonesia and the Pacific Northwest, and abundant clean water. And finally, Dr. Allchin has diverse interests and is a natural lifelong learner. He loves coding and computer science, and he loves discrete math, those of you computer science students out there, and he loves music. He played rock and roll guitar here in Gainesville about the same time that Tom Petty was grooming his skills here. He pursued a career in music after retiring from Microsoft. He wrote, performed, and produced two well-acclaimed albums, Overclocked and QED, both of which are available on iTunes. And they're recognized as top 10 blues albums. His guitar style has been described as combining technique, tone, and emotion. I believe that the passion that is evident in his music is at the core of his remarkable career. I'm truly inspired by his life, and I'm very eager to hear what he has to say. Please welcome our distinguished alumnus, Dr. James Allchin.
Thank you, Dr. Gator, and thank you, Dean Abernathy. So I'm very honored to be here today at your commencement at this outstanding engineering university. This is when you make noise. The truth is, this is the closest I've ever got to a commencement. I didn't attend my undergraduate commencement, nor neither of my graduate degree commencements. I was too focused on the next big thing and sort of ignored celebrating the journey. It wasn't one of my best decisions, so today is even more special for me. I wanted to share 3 stories with you. One about love, one about dreaming, and one about focus. My first story is about love. Neither of my parents went to college, but it was super assumed that both my brother and I would go. My father was a small farmer in Central Florida, and I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do other than I didn't want to farm anymore. I didn't really have a role model, but right before high school graduation, someone said to me, "Jimmy, you're really good in math and science and you like to build things. You should be an engineer." So I came here to engineering. Unfortunately, I either skipped or wandered through many of my courses. I was uninspired. I even dropped out to play music full time. I was on a path to obtain an electrical engineering degree, but I just wasn't super excited until I took my first programming course, analog computer programming at that. And when that happened, everything changed. I was in love. I excelled. I put my whole self into it. And it was a turning point for me, and I thank the University of Florida for this. Now, you may be luckier than I was, and you may already know what your passion is, but I caution you to be watchful. Because partway into my career, after I had started a company, I'd made reasonable money, I shocked everybody by saying, "I'm giving it all up, I'm going back to school," because I found I wasn't happy again. And if you're not in love, that's a problem. And I trusted my gut that everything would work out in the end, and it did. So I encourage you to reevaluate constantly. Or perhaps you aren't sure whether you've really found your passion. And if you aren't sure, you probably haven't found it yet, because you'll know. But it's okay. Keep looking, keep experimenting, and don't settle until you find love. Don't base your career on money, power, or the easy path. Base it on love. You should follow your instincts. You can't guarantee any career will give you those attributes. But if you're in love, then it's all going to work out, and you'll be happy no matter what. My second story is about dreaming. When I joined Microsoft, the core mission I had was to build a server and networking business, and there basically wasn't one at Microsoft when I joined. It may seem obvious now, but in the 80s and very early 90s, there were almost exclusively mainframes and mini-computers, very few PC servers. And asking a bank in New York to run their trading floor or their MIS organization on a PC, much less using Microsoft software on it, created the biggest laugh in the room. But I had a dream. When we were building NT, the Core OS technology still in use today, I would go to Manhattan and I'd ask for meetings with the MIS managers throughout Wall Street. They would say, "What? How many times do you want us to reboot our servers? With this 3-fingered salute?" Needless to say, Microsoft's early reputation on the client made the dream seem pretty hopeless. But release after release, year after year, we persisted. The challenges were huge, but one after another, we overcame them. Today, the server business is one of the most profitable businesses at Microsoft, and as a standalone entity, it's a business to be envied. Microsoft servers now run huge sections of banking and financial services around the world. If you don't dream big, then you can't change the world. And even if you don't achieve the success that you've dreamed of, you're going to learn an awful lot along the way. So dream big, and pursue the dream relentlessly. My last story is about focusing. I have a huge number of interests, as Dr. Gator just mentioned. That's a great thing, except when it isn't. Maybe it's like Doug the dog in the movie Up. Squirrel? I don't know. But through the years, as necessary, I have learned to be ruthless about focusing. I have programmed 36 hours, slept on the floor, gotten up, and done it again. I've changed my schedule from daytime to nighttime for months to get uninterrupted machine time and avoid distractions from people. I gave up TV decades ago because I prioritized other things being more important. These are all examples where I wanted to focus my most important and precious resource, my time. I am convinced nothing happens without incredible focus. For the computer geeks, it's about turning off interrupts. And it's very hard to do in today's world. If your startup's going to run out of money in a year, unless your customers are buying a product, then you must focus. There are many smart people in the world, but it takes more than IQ. It takes focus and execution. This point about focus and priority applies to life in general. In December 2002, I was diagnosed with cancer 1 week after my second child was born. As they say, the sight of the gallows clears one's mind. And if I had a natural inclination toward focusing before, my level of focus went to an entirely new level at that point. Every day I think about this, and I am ruthless, even more ruthless, about what I spend my time on. I encourage you to do the same. You have limited time. There isn't an undo. Make sure you use your time wisely. That's it. Find your love, dream, focus. Congratulations to all of you as you embark on the next part of your journey.
Jim, I want to thank you for sharing your thoughtful and wise words with our graduates. I now ask President Fox to step forward to present with me the Distinguished Alumnus Award in recognition of your roots in the College of Engineering, your distinguished career, your outstanding service to your profession, and providing all of us a model of the new engineer.
Jim, on behalf of the University of Florida, we are so proud and grateful that you've exhibited the values of this college and the values of this university in your profession. Congratulations.
In the College of Engineering, it is our strong belief that commencement belongs to our students. In recognition of this belief, it is customary for us to invite a representative of our undergraduate graduating class to provide a brief perspective of her or his college experience. Information on this ceremony's student speaker is included in your program. It is with much pleasure that I introduce our engineering student speaker for this morning's ceremony, Ashley Papagno, to graduate with a BS degree in industrial engineering. Ashley?
Good morning, Gator Nation! Good morning, Gator Engineering graduates! This is it. This is the day we are recognized for those countless sleepless nights, those cramming sessions in Marston, and the hard work of each and every one of us here today. We all know we could have never made it this far without the outstanding supporters in our lives. To our family and friends, professors and faculty and mentors, You have all played an unfathomable role in our accomplishments. So we thank you. Graduates, take this moment to find your loved ones, point them out, and give them a round of applause. Graduates, I challenge you. I challenge you to think back to your first day on campus as a University of Florida student. Were you slightly lost, confused, excited, eager, overwhelmed, inspired? Personally, there's not a day I remember as vividly than the day my parents ditched, dropped me off at the Rights Union and said their goodbyes. I was nervous for the future and uncertain of the immense changes I would face. Who knew the next time I would get a home-cooked meal with no effort for free? Hasn't happened. For all of us, there are struggles, right? In the first week, these struggles included learning to maximize mini fridge space, cooking without causing a haze of smoke that evacuates your entire dorm, and determining the most efficient route from the new physics building to Matherly Hall that not even an Olympic runner can make in under 15 minutes. Those hills, though. At least these are what we considered engineering challenges in our first week. But as the weeks and years continued, we as engineering students were taught to use advanced methods that account for variability and how to use tools that ensure a process works at its highest capability. We learned calculations, including calculating the lowest score needed on a final in order to pass the class, right? We learned that not much compares to the overwhelming joy you feel as your code finally works literally minutes before the deadline. With the exception of finding out that there's a Starbucks now in Marston. Nothing is better than that. We learned how to work independently and how to work on teams, despite the fact that the likelihood of all your team members participating is the same as the likelihood of finding parking on campus. Zero. As engineering students, we try to predict change and maximize certainty. However, data can be unpredictable and tools may break. We have all made mistakes over the last few years and have been faced with the challenge of adjusting to unexpected changes of schedule. As much as each of us tries to plan, there are no guarantees in life. We may have learned to use constants in our classes, but the only constant in life is change. There will always be change. So let's embrace it. Let's be the catalyst for positive change. Yes, we should still try to account for variability in our calculations. However, it is important to realize that the challenges will continue outside the confines of our classroom and the Gainesville city limits after we turn our tassels. For this, I encourage us all to change that nervousness into confidence. By now, we have all learned how to deal with failure. In Weil Hall or NEB, if you hear a student scream, "I got a 50% on that exam," then you're happy for them. Parents, for some classes, the amount of the curve is greater than the original grade. And being engineers, we simply think there's room for improvement, right? The world is in need of improvement. Let's immerse ourselves into the unknown, as only discovering the unknown has the power to revolutionize. We all bring unique perspectives and talents, so let's utilize them. Now, with our Gator engineering degrees, we are able to lead the innovation in global healthcare, solve the emerging energy crisis, mentor students to inspire the next generation of engineers, and follow our dreams. Our communities require growth. The world needs innovation. The change the world needs is us. Thankfully, our time at the University of Florida has seen some of the best changes in the College of Engineering. We were able to see the creation of and take part in the Engineering Leadership Institute, the Engineering Innovation Institute, the Powering the New Engineer Initiative, and the Gator Engineering Leadership and Diversity Summit. Our college and our university are changing. They are improving. They are rising. Now, we are empowered to improve, to make a difference in our lives, those of our family and friends, those in the Gator Nation, in the country, and in our world. Today, we are changing from student to engineer. With the unique and diverse skill sets we each bring, today we can be confident in our futures and in the world's future. Never underestimate the power that each one of us contains. We have the backing of the Gator Nation. In all kinds of weather, we all stick together. For the Gator good, to the Gator Engineering class of 2015, congratulations and go Gators! Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley, for your thoughtful reflections, and congratulations on your selection as student speaker for our ceremony today. In recognition of your contribution to Gator Engineering, I present you with a plaque as a symbol of our gratitude for your representing your fellow Gator engineers with great distinction. And now, for the moment for which our graduates on this stage behind me, and possibly those of you in the audience even more so, have been waiting for at least 4 years or so, I invite President Fox to join me again in presenting the candidates for baccalaureate degrees and in conferring your degrees. Will the candidates for the various bachelor's degrees offered by the Departments of Agricultural and Biological Engineering, Computer and Information Science and Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Industrial and Systems Engineering in the College of Engineering please rise? President Fox, these candidates have completed all of the requirements of their respective degrees and are recommended by the faculty of the College of Engineering for the conferring of those degrees.
On behalf of the people of the state of Florida, and by the powers vested in me by the UF Board of Trustees, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with its accompanying rights, privileges, and responsibilities. On behalf of all of us here, I offer you our heartiest congratulations, and I commend you to the fellowship of educated men and women. You may now move your tassel from right to left to ensure that your class rings Thank you. We also ask that you ensure your class rings remain turned to face the world, signifying your alumni status. Congratulations, you all. Please be seated.
As we prepare to introduce each bachelor's degree graduate individually, I again ask that everyone assist us in making this a dignified and respectful process, thus ensuring that each student's name can be clearly heard as it is proclaimed. Now, following the marshal's signals and instructions, the new bachelor's degree recipients will come forward to be recognized individually. As each department is announced, I invite the director, chair, or representatives of departmental leadership and the departmental undergraduate faculty coordinator to join me in congratulating the graduates.
Will the graduates in the Department of Computer and Information Science and Engineering please stand and come forward? Department Chair, Dr. Paul Gator. Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Richard Newman. Ronald Kwan. Nicholas Allen Tardif. Chelsea Metcalf. Angela Evans. Andrew Varakrajangtiti. Christopher Marlowe. Valentin Kayoing. Eugen Roberts. Barry Masculin. Sanjay Nair. Anurag Komaravelli. Jacob Lehman. Arturo Cancino. Horacio Delgado. Santiago Fernandez. Jorge Paez. Daniel Felipe Fuentes. Carlos Fuentes. Pete Spencer Dewar II. Finney Jacob. Alexander Bujduvanu. Justin Raffanon. Spencer Brent. David Bai. Austin Brook. Brandon Hurst. Abin John. Richard Matthews. Rafael Moas. Antonio Sanchez. Caitlin Smith. Lauren Gutlan. Aaron Lamb. Nick Evans. Michael Rothberg. Eduardo Jose Fonseca. Kathleen Liu. Damian Lee Faye Gilliams. Tyler Swanson. Martin Dinkov. Sarah Schuster. Sydney Richardson. Jonathan Lecca. Kirsty Boras. Sarah Lozano Talty. Brian Foster. William Gutierrez. Michael Westacott. Hoyun John. William McFarlane. Winley Santil. Connor McCoy IV. Will the graduates in the Department of Agricultural and Biological Engineering please come forward? Department Chair, Dr. Dorota Hammond. Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Jim Leary. Taylor Graham. Kira Marianne Hansen. Estefania Alvarado. Lorena Rojas. Andrea Bonin Marquez. Jacob DaCosta. Alexander Brody. Austin Harvey. Matthew Goodhart. Emma Christina Guerra. Anna Irene Denadu. Dara Jill Charlson. Helen Christina Gerlach. Janie Munoz. Andrew Jones. Samyak Shashikant Shah. Alexander Felice. Priya Parikh. Benjamin Seidel. Neil Schwab. Monica Scheckinger. Donald Bailari. Lisa Feng. Yura Pack. Desiree Van Himmel. Giovanni Quinones. Will the graduates in the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering please rise and come forward? Department Chair, Dr. John Harris. Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Henry Zamuda. Michael Martin. Johnny Hardison. Mark Parrish. Elliot Schoenfeld. LeVar Goosen. Jacob Sillick. Xavier Hansen Lerma. Austin Rametta. Chelsea Christ. Alexis Taylor. Michelle Russell. Francesca Fairman. Timothy Ajmani. Kyle Zins. Kyle Silvaris. Mihailo Zikovic. Devin Eunice. James Joseph. Rachel Elizabeth Johnson. Kirtana Setaluri. Bryce Beckenbach. Benjamin Felt. Ronald Johnson. Michael Miller. Patrick Shea. Trent Fields. Daniel Patrick Kelly. Eric Schwartz. Sean Lyons. Troy Bryant. Brandon Pollock. Riley Duffy. Matthew Bigham. Joey Siracuso. Reynaldo Molina Perez. Perez, Johanna Montanez, Justin Schoaf, Jordan Aaron, Lucas Arango, Claidi Papa, Matthew Ford, Oscar Betancourt, Andre Marin, Paul Chilevsky, William Livesey, Amanda Lee, Michael Arit, Natasha Lai, Anita Vithayathil, Joshua Johnson, Armand Mayo, Kyle Kirazis, Jacob Sakati, Francis Villapando, Omid family, Max William Yusin, Vicente Michelena Villalobos, Ahmad Abukadel, Philip Weiner, Ryan Smith, Jonathan Brom, Abel Alvarez, Raul Para, Daniel Rincon, Nicholas Cox, Rami Okasha, Alexander James Carpinia, Sam Shays, James Dunlop the seventh, Zachary Brody Lechner, Douglas Ward, Russell Crowe, Feng Liu, Andrew Hall, Andrew Bingler, Kyle Mark Johnson, Lee Hamilton, Alejandro Fundara, Abel Velazquez, Forrest Boyd. Will the graduates in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering please rise and come forward? Interim Department Chair, Dr. Youngpei Guan. Faculty Coordinator, Dr. Serdar Curley. Joseph Parolo. Joseph Pevez. Anindi Guevara. Creticia Boyd. Weston Bryant. Devin Wright. Oela Houston. Sebastian Restrepo. Kevin Dillman. Scott Bartnick. Matthias Ulag. Andrew Reish. Caitlin Burpee. Alexandra Hagan. Megan Holker. Nicole Albarano. Tara Demkowitz. Phoebe Gunter. Stephanie Abbott. Patrick Blaze. Kenneth Ahern. Michael Romano. Shane Wiggins. Gary Michael Corona, Jr. Lawrence DeVoe. Stephen Butchko. Andrew Daw. Mark Farrell-Hettig. Ranjik Valomatani. Harshil Patel. Matthew Colbert. Catherine Infantolino. Corey Harb. Rachel Raskin. Hannah Whittington. Melissa Foca. Catherine Lambert. Brian LaBonge. Dalton Whitmer. Alex Migdal. Caitlin Eastland. Valerie Pettit. Ronald Chumioke. Michael Healy. Sarah Eustis. William Simpson. Evan Obiashi. Holly Hetrick. Hannah Pullman. Mitchell Elder. Evan Smith. Sarah Lynn Dibble. Chrysalyn Nicole Minor. Lindsay Donato Cromwell. Patricia Lewick. Gilvam F. Dos Santos, Jr. Jose Gabriel Espinosa Trujillo. Gray Jordan Hansen. Jamel Casbor. Pablo Corredor. Maria Alejandra Cepeda. Nicole Lamastas. Benjamin Frank Clark. Valentina Guarnizo. Andrea Eunice. Melissa Del Burgo. Ryan Yee. Clayton Robert Weber. Pedro Bravo. Dylan Appenzeller. Ladies and gentlemen, our last graduate of our 9 a.m. ceremony, no one other than Daniel Robinson.
It is my pleasure to now present to you the members of the Spring 2015 College of Engineering graduating class from the Departments of Agricultural and Biological Engineering, Computer and Information Systems and Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Industrial Systems Engineering. Please welcome the graduates. And now we've come to the end of the year and the end of your student experience at UF in pursuit of your bachelor's degree. As you leave this phase of your life, I know you're happy to be joining the profession, Believe me, we're even happier than you, and your parents are probably the happiest of all. There's no doubt that you are among the best and brightest. You have received at UF a truly world-class education, but please never forget that ability and technical excellence alone are not enough. Solving the world's most important problems will also require tremendous leadership. You must become leaders in order to change the world for the better. A lot of students ask me, how do I know if I'm a leader? The best way to answer that question can be found in a quote from John Quincy Adams. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Gator Engineering is known around the world for producing just this kind of leader. You are now one of them. I know you will live up to the tradition and will find it to be a source of pride and inspiration. I have no doubt that throughout your life, you will find what those who have come before you have found. While it's great to be a Florida Gator, it's even better to be a Florida Gator engineer. I wish you all the great success you deserve in your new lives, and thank you for your participation in this commencement ceremony. Please stand as Laura Friedenberg leads us in singing the Alma Mater. For our guests, the words are on the back cover of your program booklet. We encourage everyone to sing. The recessional of our platform guests and our graduates will follow under the leadership and direction of the marshals. We ask all in our audience to please remain at your seats until everyone on the stage has recessed out of the auditorium. Because of limited space in the lobby area, we ask you to join your graduates and any fellow family members who have watched our ceremony live in the Harn Museum outside of the Phillips Center by exiting through the lobby and the front doors. Have a wonderful day, and go Gators!